Welcome to ukcops, the space where misconduct is exposed, police and legal issues are broken down, rights are defended, and accountability is demanded. This episode comes from I Am a Good Citizen, so make sure to check his link below, subscribe, and give him the credit he deserves. In today's footage, he's quietly filming outside a police station for his independent journalism when a sergeant suddenly storms out, aggressively demanding to know what his story is about. The questioning begins instantly, and the pressure only builds. Then out of nowhere, the sergeant grabs his phone and kicks off an unlawful Section 43 search. Except this power trip doesn't end the way he expected, because good citizen police...
We also have to ask questions why people are filming.
Yeah, and I told you.
You said it's for a story, but you haven't told me what the story's about.
I don't have to tell you what the story is about. I'm still working on it, right? So it's not finished. If it's finished, when I publish it, you'll see what the story is. But I'm still working on it, so I don't want to compromise my story.
You're not going to compromise the story, because I'm not. From my point of view, I just need to be happy you're here for the right reasons. Yeah. Because police officers and police buildings are potential.
From the moment the sergeant steps outside, it's obvious he's not there to understand anything. He's there to soothe his own discomfort. He immediately corners the auditor, demanding to know the reason for filming. And when he doesn't get the response he wants, he throws out the line, "I need to be happy you're here for the right reasons." That isn't policing based on law. That's policing based on feelings. To justify this emotional test, he starts claiming police buildings could be potential targets. But that excuse holds no evidential weight. If you stretch that logic, anything could be a target. The reality is the law doesn't allow action based on unease. It requires factual, reasonable suspicion. And here, there were none.
The reason why you're here.
So how can I make you happy?
By telling me what the idea is your story is about.
I cannot tell you about the story. I'm just gathering some footage, so I'm an independent journalist, and that's it really.
But you've got a story in mind.
Yeah, I do have a story in mind, yeah.
So I need to know what that story is about. Is it to do with what security like around the police building, what the coming and goings?
I cannot tell.
Because the route we're going to go down is you're going to be stopped and searched under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, whereby we will seize your phone, we look at your phone and say...
It's going to seize my phone?
We can seize your phone if we feel we have to.
What grounds, sir?
Under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act.
But what grounds? What grounds?
Just telling you, let me explain.
Okay.
Under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, you can be stopped and detained and searched. And part of that search, we can look at your phone and we can see what photographs you've got.
Yeah, but
don't turn your phone off.
No, I'm not turning my phone off.
Turn your phone off, we will see.
No, I'm not turning my phone off.
Right, so that's the route we can go down. I'm not saying we will go down that route. At the moment, I'm not satisfied. The reason why you're filming here, you've told me it's for a story.
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist.
Yeah, tell me that.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me what the story's about.
Well,
do not turn your phone off.
No, I'm not turning it off. I'm
going to seize your phone now. Do not turn your phone off.
No, I'm not turning it off. No.
Seize your phone now.
I'm not turning...
I'm going to seize your phone at the moment on Section 43 of the Terrorism Act because you seem to be trying to turn it off.
When the sergeant can't get the explanation he wants, he jumps to threatening Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, a power meant only for situations where there is reasonable suspicion someone is involved in terrorism. In this case, there's no evidence, no intelligence, nothing that even brushes against that requirement. Yet he tries to use one of the UK's most serious search powers as leverage. Then, without even attaining the auditor properly, he lunges forward and snatches the phone from his hand, claiming he thought it was being turned off. At that point, he had no lawful authority to seize it. No arrest, no ongoing search, no warrant. Under UK law, taking someone's property without legal power isn't just improper, it's unlawful. This moment shows exactly how police powers can be twisted.
We'll go down the route then. You're now detained under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. You're going to be stopped and searched. Part of that, I need your details so I can check to see who you are, and we have the power.
But you're abusing... Okay, so if I don't give you my name, are you going to arrest me?
I'm not saying I'm going to arrest you, I'm saying you'll be detained. I've asked you the reason why you're filming.
Yeah.
You've told me for a story.
Yeah, I'm independent journalist.
Which is fine, I understand that. But you can't tell me the story. So
I cannot tell you the story, right? Because I'm working on it. It's not finished yet, sir.
But you must have a concept.
Yeah, I'm just walking around and film in the city of London.
You're filming a police station?
Yeah, why not? I'm staying on a public right? This is a public payment.
Yeah.
So you took my phone, right?
I took your phone because I think you were trying to...
No, I don't want to. I just want to be filmed because I want to make sure what I'm doing is right? I'm not hiding. I want to keep filming. I don't want to stop filming. Please film me. Can I have? So you seize my phone, and I'm not happy with seizing my phone.
We haven't seized it. We've taken it off you.
Well, we're taking, but it's not in me. It's not in me. No, I don't want to turn it off. I want to continue filming. Can I have my phone and continue filming, sir?
At the moment, you're detained under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. Part of that is we are going to examine your phone for photographs you've been taken today, and power to do that. It's under Section 43. And also, I need to do some name checks on you, so I need some of your ID.
When the auditor pushes back and points out that his phone has already been taken, and he wants to continue recording in public, the sergeant tries to disguise the seizure by saying, "We haven't seized it. We took it because we thought you were going to switch it off." That excuse is meaningless. The moment an officer takes someone's property against their will without legal authority, it is a seizure no matter how softly they try to phrase it. He then admits the real intention. They've detained the auditor under Section 43, so they can examine his device for photos and videos. While that legislation does allow searching for terrorism-related material, it only applies when the original detention itself is lawful. Here, it clearly wasn't. No suspicion was stated. No reasonable grounds existed.
If I don't give you my name, are you going to arrest me?
Not particularly, but we will make some more inquiries. The quicker we get your ID, the quicker we can check.
So if it is a lawful order, I give him a lawful order to give my identity.
Under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, you are detained. As part of that, we have the power to look at your phone and also do some checks on you and to search you.
Okay, but so is it a lawful order?
It's an order. It's a power.
I give him a lawful order. So if you give me a lawful order to give you my name and date of birth, I'm going to give it, but under the threat of arrest. If you don't give me a
threat of arrest.
So if it's not under the threat of arrest, I don't want to give it.
Under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, we need to do some checks on you. Right. Shall I explain why you've been detained then?
Explain, what are the grounds?
Because you are seen outside the police station filming. As we've passed you, you're holding your phone like this, so we can photograph yourself, but clearly filming the gate. Part of that gate is a security pad, so I don't know whether you're filming to see if officers are pressing that to get access to the building. This is a police building. You gave a reason, you're an independent journalist and you're making a story. But you can't tell me the contents of that story, you can't tell me why you're here.
I told you.
Those grounds for using Section 43 are some of the weakest imaginable. First, he claims the auditor is filming himself with the station gate behind him, and because there's a keypad on the gate, he doesn't know if the auditor is capturing officers using it. That's not reasonable suspicion. That's paranoia. The keypad is openly visible from public space. The camera isn't aimed to record its use. And there is no law against filming something you can see from where you're legally allowed to stand. His second excuse is even weaker, that the auditor won't explain his story or why he's there. That's not an offense. That's a right. You don't have to justify your presence in public or disclose your work just to avoid being treated like a suspect. Using someone's refusal to answer questions as grounds for a search isn't suspicion. It's punishment for not...
This is absolutely illegal what you're doing. I do not agree on searching my back.
You may not agree on it, sir, but I've tried to explain on a number of occasions.
I don't agree on that. This is unlawful search of my back. Unlawful. Sorry, what are you expecting to find, sir? You have to tell me what you're expecting to find from my back. Under Section 43 of Terrorism Act. What are you expecting to find, sir?
There may be evidence that you are using...
Like what?
If you're not going to keep talking over me, I'm not going to be able to explain to you.
Okay, you have to tell me before starting the search, actually. Can you tell me what you're expecting to find in my back and in myself?
I'll explain to you, you've been detained under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act because we have the power to search your phone and your bag and you for any article.
But you have to tell me. You have to tell me.
You don't want to talk or you don't want to talk?
I just want to understand
any articles that you may use in the event of planning a terrorist attack.
Like what?
Any article. A camera, a weapon.
The Terrorism Act only applies when there is genuine reasonable suspicion of terrorism, and by admitting out loud that such suspicion does exist, the sergeant has essentially confirmed there is no legal basis for the detention. Instead of stepping back and correcting himself, he hides behind the name of the legislation, repeatedly insisting the stop is under Section 43 without addressing the threshold that law requires. It becomes an empty recital, as if repeating the section number magically makes a detention lawful, when in truth, he has already destroyed its foundation. Interview 7. The procedure that follows is embarrassing and revealing. While going through the auditor's belongings, another officer reminds the sergeant that he must clearly state what he is searching for before the search begins. That isn't a courtesy, it's the law. under Section 43. And under every UK stop and search power, an officer must tell the person what kind of material or evidence they are looking for. This ensures the search stays lawful and within limits. Without identifying the target of the search, the person being searched cannot know whether the officer is staying within the law or stepping far outside it.
No one thinks that, sir.
Yeah, sure. I'm here, you're searching my back like I've done something wrong. Crazy. Can I also have the water, please?
If you don't mind, you'll have that when we're finished with the search, okay?
Okay.
I don't know what's in there.
Oh, okay.
Just for safety. For everyone's safety.
Okay. We have a thorough search by the sergeant. Sorry, who are you, sir?
PC O'Neill.
PC O'Neill. Okay. And your shoulder number, please?
5459. 545.
Solicitors later confirmed a £1,500 payout, and that money isn't coming out of the sergeant's salary. It's taxpayer money covering an officer's unlawful behavior. The legal statement makes everything clear. He detained and searched a journalist without lawful grounds, seized his phone while he was legally filming in public, and misused Section 43 to justify it. And he wasn't alone. Other named officers stood by and helped him. This wasn't misunderstanding. It was a legal admission of wrongdoing. From the start, he treated the auditor as if he'd already reached his verdict, pressuring him repeatedly for information he had no legal right to demand. That wasn't intelligence gathering. It was an attempt to wear him down. The refusal to accept that filming in public is lawful is what escalated a simple moment into a legal disaster. Then came the reckless misuse of Section 43, where he openly acknowledged that there was no terrorism suspicion but used the power anyway. Once that admission is made, everything collapses. The unlawful seizures only worsened things. The first phone snatched before any lawful authority was in play, justified by the weakest excuse imaginable, and the final grab proving this was never about genuine threat. It was about control. When an officer strips a journalist of their equipment without lawful authority, it isn't policing, it's suppression. And the tragedy is how easily all of this could have been avoided with professional approach, a quick acknowledgement of public filming laws, and simply moving on. Instead, the sergeant handed the auditor a guaranteed legal win, drained £1,500 of public money, and created yet another recorded example of how bad policing has a cost everyone ends up paying.